I think you may have mentioned that on the show before.
Yeah.
That he chokes on his own spit.
He chokes on it all the time.
I saw some random video on Facebook a couple of days ago where a lady had the Guinness Book of World Records people at her place because the cat was purring louder than any other cat I've ever heard. So
it was like on that decibel level.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah. So she's officially the owner of the loudest purring cat in the world.
Wow.
On record, obviously.
Right.
Like, you know, there's thousands and thousands of cats in the world.
Should we try to get you on record? Was she like petting him to make it like
I don't think so. I think like he was on the floor or something.
He just sees people and he's like, "Oh, I love it."
Yeah, he's just, I mean, perpetually happy cat, right?
I guess.
If you're gonna purr that loud, you got to be like exceptionally happy.
I'm just so content with life.
Their life is not a difficult one. I got to say that.
No, but I do yell at them a lot.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's traumatized, so he feels like he has to make it up to you.
I tell them constantly. I'm like, if you don't like each other, then don't be right next to each other.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Yeah. So you're yelling at them because they're getting into it.
Yeah, because they're constantly bitching at each other.
You would think by this point they would be used to each other, right?
It's been like 3 fucking years. Get
Yeah.
over it. 4. No. Oh my goodness. I've had him since 2015.
Yeah, and it's a 2-on-1 situation, right?
No,
The older ones get along and Venom is against them too, or is it?
No, it's just Kinsley and Venom that hate each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nicola doesn't like anyone.
Yeah.
So he's just cranky about everything.
Wow. 3 cats that just don't get along.
Yeah. Venom wants to play with Nicola and he'll like lightly tap him and Nicola will act like he's just been shanked. And also being eaten at the same time.
I love it. We don't have any kind of... The only craziness we have is between us and the cat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But the listeners already are aware of a lot of that stuff. So let's get into the show, shall we?
Alrighty.
What's up, library policeman? Have you ever heard of that story? No?
No, but I always have a policeman at the library.
It's a recent one for me as well. So, I don't know. I feel like it's a under... what's the word am I looking for? A lesser known story that he wrote. It's a short story in one of his books. I think it's 4 Past Midnight. Have you ever heard of that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's a thick one.
You probably have it at the library where you work.
Mm-hmm. I'm visualizing the book. It's very large.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Chris Nays. I'm joined by my esteemed co-host. Her name is...
Debby Hodges. And Venom.
And also joined by Venom, of course. You may have... I'm not sure if I'll include that whole preamble or not.
You should. It was a good ramble.
We seem to start the show more often than not warming up with cat talk.
Well, yeah, because they're right here.
Yeah. It's pretty much just him most of the time.
Yeah.
This is most likely your favorite Stephen King podcast.
For sure.
Most of the time we are talking about the show Castle Rock on Hulu. If you haven't seen it yet and this is your first episode, go and watch it and then listen to our hours and hours of conversation about it.
Yes. And definitely start with season 1. Don't think that they're completely different seasons that you can just watch in different order.
Yeah, because there is definitely things that happen in the second that harken back to the first and all of that sort of thing.
Right.
So,
which we didn't know would be true until we watched it.
Right. They made it seem like every story was going to be completely separate from each other. The only factor that tied them together would be the town.
The town.
Right.
Yeah.
And even this season, most of the time, it wasn't in Castle Rock at all.
No.
It was in Salem's Lot. So today we have a few things on the agenda. I guess to start us off, let's talk a little bit about stuff we've been watching in the interim between our last episode, which I believe was the season finale of season 2, right?
Yes.
So, do you have anything that comes to the top of your mind? Things you've been watching recently?
I am watching like 6 shows right now.
Really?
Yes.
So, any of one or two of them you want to talk about, or?
I am pleasantly surprised with how much I like the show Grace and Frankie.
Oh, that's cool.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
It's about these 70-year-old women who find out that their husbands, who were lawyer business partners, have also been secretly having an affair with each other for 20 years.
Oh, my.
And they're leaving their wives so that they can spend their rest of their golden years together.
So the wives end up becoming friends over this?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yeah, they didn't like each other. They've known each other for, the past 20 years.
Right.
They hated each other, but now they have this common heartbreak.
Interesting.
And it's really funny. I was surprised by how much I laugh out loud.
There's several seasons of it, right?
Yeah, there's I think 4.
Well, that sounds good. I know a few of the actors and actresses on that show, but I've yet to dive in yet.
It's a lot of well-known people.
Yeah.
And it's hysterical because they're putting them, in nowadays situations.
Yeah.
And so it's funny because one of the ladies is not technologically savvy at all. So, it's just like everyday stupid things.
It's Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda, and I can't think of what the fuck her name is.
I know who. I can see her face in my mind.
Yeah, it's got Martin Sheen.
Yeah.
And I forget the other guy's name.
Well, anyway, It sounds like a good show, though.
It's really good. It's really, really good. I was pleasantly surprised. I'm also watching The Witcher.
Oh, yeah. I saw that come up on my Netflix feed as well. But, I heard people talking about it, but I have yet to dive into that one either.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. Thanks, Venom. I didn't play the video game or anything, so I didn't really know the backstory.
Yeah, and I didn't even know it was a video game until people were talking about it. So
yeah, so I don't know, like 5 or 6 episodes into it. It's kind of confusing at first because it's a lot of names.
Is it sort of Game of Thronesy in that way?
Yeah, it's a lot of really weird names, and so they'll reference people, and I'm like, wait, have I met them yet? And then I gotta Google it and go, oh yeah, it's that guy. Okay.
Yeah. You'll look up the character's name and it'll show their headshot.
Right.
And you immediately remember,
I'm like,
he was
I did
in
meet
episode
them.
2 or
yeah,
whatever.
I did meet them because there's a lot of backstory that they're covering and character development.
Yeah.
So that one's pretty good. I also have been watching You. That's on Netflix.
Yeah. What is that?
That one's about the guy that stalks a girl and gets in a relationship with her, and he's still very much stalking her and knows everything about her.
Interesting.
Yeah. And there's 2 seasons of that so far.
Really?
Yeah.
And I haven't even heard of that.
Yeah, it's really good.
So I'll check that out as well.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. What have we been watching? Of course, we've been watching The Outsider.
Yeah.
Which we're going to talk about today a little bit. Trying to think. They brought Rick and Morty back, so I've been watching the 5 or 6 episodes they put of that up.
Yeah, and I saw that one that you had me on.
Yeah, the oh gosh, what was that episode? I can't remember what it was that I specifically made you watch it for. Do you remember it?
No, I don't either.
Damn
now.
There's a lot of the reason it's hard for me to remember it is because of how random the show
It's so
can be.
bonkers, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was the snakes episode.
Oh yeah, the snakes, and the whole dialogue was.
So there's a for people that have never seen Rick and Morty, the basic concept is so it's based around a family, right?
Yeah.
The grandpa is like the Doc character from Back to the Future.
Right. Looks like him too.
Right, and he's Rick, and Morty is the Marty-esque character from Back to the Future. And they do pretty much the same kind of thing. Yeah. And they don't really go through time necessarily, but they go to different worlds and...
So it makes more sense in
dimensions
this TV show that an old man and a kid are hanging out.
Yeah.
Whereas in the movies, it's like, well, why are they friends?
Yeah, they at least try to explain it a little more.
Right? They're like, they're related.
But in this specific episode, oh gosh, how does it even happen? Okay, so they started the episode in space. I don't want to spoil the whole episode, but they started the episode in space. One of them accidentally kills a snake or something like that. Then they send the snake back to the snake planet, or it gets there somehow. And they replace it. That's what it is. They replace it with a Earth snake.
Yeah.
They send it back to the snake planet. Turns out, they mistakenly think it's the astronaut snake that initially took off from the planet.
Yeah.
But it's a crazy fucking Earth snake that just wants to kill everything, right? So craziness ensues, and there's a whole segment of the show where it's just the people on the snakes on the snake planet interacting with each other, and you only by context of what you're seeing understand what is happening, like what the dialogue is.
They're recreating a lot of different scenes from history.
Yeah.
Like Hitler.
There's Hitler snakes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So you know what's happening, but the whole dialogue is just
God, I love that show so much. It's amazing.
I was so intently watching it, being like, I totally understand what they're saying right now.
There are so many episodes that are just as good as that one. So I hope you check out more. I hope the listeners check out more.
Have you seen Portlandia?
Yes, I have seen Portlandia.
Okay, so
you mentioned the other day that you like marathoned that.
Yeah, I binged all 8 seasons in like 4 days.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and since then I've been continuously rewatching it, like on my downtime. Not when I'm not watching all the other 6 shows I'm watching. I like to put on Portlandia, and I've found I'm not really a fan of season 7 or 8, so I generally get to season 6 and then start over.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that I've seen every episode.
Oh my god!
But early on, I for sure did. You know what I mean? Like the first 5 or 6 seasons, I definitely saw every one of them.
Oh, and Fred Armisen also has a thing on Netflix, Documentary Now.
Yeah, Documentary Now. That was also on IFC.
Yeah,
for
so
a while.
I started watching that last night, and
Great
that's
show.
The exact same thing. Now, my question for you: does Carrie Brownstein show up in that? Because I keep missing her. I'm like, I really want my Fred and Carrie.
Yeah, in Documentary Now, you mean?
Yeah.
I have never seen her on there, but I only dipped into that show. I didn't watch every episode of that either.
Yeah.
So, that's now back on my list, by the way. I have to see more of that. Because Bill Hader is great, too.
Oh, my God. The first episode was amazing, where they're portraying old women, and one of them's the mom, one of them's the daughter, and they're just crazy.
Yeah.
Fred Armisen just likes to wear wigs.
What a ridiculous show.
Oh my god, I love his brain.
He is hilarious. He did a whole comedy special about drumming.
Well, yeah, because he's a drummer.
Yeah, but that's never been a thing before. To my knowledge, nobody's ever done that.
That's so funny.
And literally every single thing he talks about in that special, I'm like, yes, 100%, everything. This is just something that you'll be able to know what is ridiculous about it. So cymbal stands have these screws on top where you unscrew them, and more often than not, they fall out of your hand and they're just lost underneath your drum kit. Well, he does that in the special. So it's like, yes, of course you should point that out as a drummer. It's ridiculous. Also the thing with bands where, so when musicians talk to each other about other musicians' bands, there'll be a thing where a response to like whether you know this band or not is like, well, if you don't want to say that you don't like their band, you're like, oh yeah, those guys are great. I love those guys. You never say whether or not you like their music or not. Yeah, you're just like, those guys are so cool. I really like those guys.
Are cool. Yeah. Their music sucks, but the guys are really
cool. But you don't say that because you want to be nice about
Mm-hmm.
it. You know what I mean?
It's the underlying comment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the subtext is there,
right?
Pretty much all the time when you're talking about other bands in town. People, 4 guys are average in a band. one of the guys is not going to like that band.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you just don't even bring it up because who wants to be a dick about it, right? Let's see. Off the top of my head, what else am I watching? Medical Police is on
that the
Netflix.
one that's... Oh, no. I was going to say, what's the one that's filmed here? Oh, that's the live.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not sure.
What's Medical Police
I think
about?
Medical Police is a spin-off of an Adult Swim show.
Oh,
God
okay.
damn it. What is the name of that Adult Swim show? It was on for years, but anyways, it's a batshit crazy comedy.
Is it a cartoon, I guess? No.
It's sort of in the vein of like the movie Airplane.
Oh, God, I love that movie.
Yeah. So like
Where everything's a pun.
everything is ridiculous like that. Yeah, no, like you can't ever take it seriously because there's always more jokes coming
Right.
around the corner, you know. But it also has this weird sense of humor about itself.
Who's in it?
You know. Gosh, I can't pull names off the top of my head, but it's a great show. You should definitely check it out. There's other things I'm watching. There's been some documentaries on Netflix I like a lot. The Aaron Hernandez.
I watched that.
Yeah, I'm not a football fan, but that was really interesting. Let's see.
Did you watch the movies that made us?
Yes, I love that show
really
too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot for people to check out.
So much stuff going on right now.
But we have to talk about Stephen King because that's what this podcast is.
Yeah.
So.
And he's in everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of news. So we're gonna do a lightning round of news.
Ooh,
and
boy.
I have to play the sound clip. And it's loading.
What is the lightning noise?
Well, that sounds more, like crashing.
Crashing.
Crumbling.
Venom was very confused by that.
Because he heard you talking, but you weren't talking?
I heard the crinkling.
Oh. It's like, oh, is there food?
Treats?
It's like, yes, here he comes, yeah.
Hi.
All right, so let's get to this news. Do you want to lead the news? I wrote them all down.
No, you can.
Okay. Fair enough. This is catching up 2 months of news. I picked out all of the things I felt were worth talking about. Stephen King posted that he loves The Outsider and he calls it one of the best adaptations of his work.
Okay, so I have not read it, and I'm kind of glad I haven't because you said you wished you hadn't read it yet.
Yeah, this was conversation off mic.
Yeah, so, and after watching the 5 episodes, I'm glad I haven't read it either because I feel like I want the mystery that is happening right now.
Yeah, exactly. You want to have the theories.
Yeah, I have no idea what is happening.
So we'll talk more about it, but
I agree with him as far as it's a really well done show.
Yeah, I think like as far as how it's shot, how nice it looks, you know what I mean? HBO is so good at shows. Like, more often than not, I like whatever they put out. You know what I mean? Right. Now, I haven't watched every single thing ever that HBO has done, but they're pretty well known for making top-notch quality shows. So, I agree with our stepdad, Stephen King.
Right. Like I said, I haven't read it, but I agree that it is well done.
So we'll talk more about that in a little bit.
It's no Langoliers.
Yes, exactly. To be fair, though, done in a complete different era. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the watermark or the the bar was so much lower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I guess they could get away with being cheap.
I guess.
I don't know. Let's not try to explain the Langoliers.
You think they're ever going to redo that?
Probably.
Oh,
it seems like they're trying to redo everything. Maybe that one's a lost cause.
I don't know. Somebody's going to be like, we can do this justice.
Speaking of redos, a new adaptation of The Dark Half is coming. Have you ever read the novel The Dark Half?
No.
I read it, let's see, maybe like a year or two ago for the first time, in preparation for season 2 of Castle Rock, or maybe season 1.
See, this is my problem. All these new Stephen King books are coming out, and I've noticed that a lot of them are being adapted. So I'm kind of staying away from things because I don't want things to be ruined.
No, yeah, I totally get that approach.
Because I've been burned so many times in the past with like my Dexter love and True Blood love, and I got so pissed off at like those shows because
I think
they weren't following.
What you can do though is, as soon as it comes out, read it. Yeah. Then you're reading so much more stuff over the years that it takes them to make a new version of it, like a TV or movie version of it, that you forget plot stuff, right?
Right.
Then you go in and it's like, okay, this is pretty new. I like this. As long as you don't put it off until like right before it's coming out,
right?
Then there's no reason you should read it right before, right?
Yeah.
Because then it totally takes away from the mystery, like we said about Outsider.
So I have a question, just because I'll forget this. Do you think is Outsider just a one season and done type thing, or is it a multi-season?
I can't remember if they said it's going to be multiple, but it's feeling like it's going to be a one and done.
Okay. Because I want to know if I can read this book like immediately after.
Yeah, I mean, I'll let you know once it's aired, once the season finale's aired. If it's, I feel like it's going to be pretty evident whether or not it's wrapped.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, because like HBO, they had Big Little Lies that was supposed to be just one season because that covered the one book, and then people loved it so much. I mean, I guess if they do that, then it's not going to be by the book.
Right. It could. I mean, yeah. If they decide to stretch it out, then it definitely won't be like the book,
right?
Or at least they'll put in a bunch of stuff that wasn't in the book. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So New Dark Half is coming by a director named Ross Perry. He directed Her Smell. I don't know if you ever saw that.
No.
Came out in 2018.
That sounds creepy.
It was a drama. I'm not sure what it is. I think Jarrett has mentioned it before.
You said Her Smell?
Her Smell.
That sounds creepy.
Doesn't it, though? Just like without any context. No, Dark Half is pretty cool, though. Basic concept is, in the beginning of the novel, a kid finds this. They find this growth in this kid's brain, right? And it's sort of unexplainable why it's happening, but they leave it alone, and it ends up creating this dark personality that makes itself known later. And I don't know. It's an interesting concept that I don't want to dig too much into for spoiler.
Like a dual personality reasons. That he has to fight off.
Yes, exactly. And because it's inside of him,
right?
There's not any. In theory, there's nothing he can do.
Right.
If he was going to stop it, he would have to kill himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and how do you prove that?
Yeah, so it's kind of a crazy plot line of how things end up happening in the book.
Right.
So I've never seen because they have done it before.
And you said they're making this a TV show or a movie?
It just said an adaptation, so I don't know necessarily whether it's going to be a series or, you know what I mean, or a limited series or a movie. So we'll see.
Interesting.
But they have done it before, and I'm not sure if that was a TV show or not either. So, moving on. Another remake of Firestarter is coming with Bloom and Goldsman producing, Keith Thomas directing. I can't remember what Keith Thomas is known for directing, but Jason Bloom, they have done a whole bunch of really successful low-budget horror movies, right? They were also involved with with Peele, Jordan Peele,
Oh, yeah.
making his movies.
Oh, okay.
And of course, that was
Those are great.
crazy successful movie. I'm not sure if they were involved in the second one or not, but I know. I mean, he won an Oscar for it.
Yeah.
So
They should bring Drew Barrymore back to be like a parent or like a
I'd
something
be down for that.
Yeah, like a little cameo.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I remember.
and I've never read the book, but I know what it's about. But.
Yeah, I read the book when I was younger, and I saw the movie. I remember there was one summer where my mom, I think it was like the first summer I got to like stay at home while my mom was at work. So like each week she would go to Blockbuster and I would be able to rent movies.
Yeah.
And one week I rented Firestarter and Cat's Paw, both Stephen King.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I watched them. And I just remember sitting at home watching them, getting really creeped out in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Especially with Cat's Paw and that stupid little troll thing.
Cat's Paw is crazy.
Yeah, but that has Drew Barrymore in it too.
Yeah. But like for a kid to watch that especially.
Yeah, so creepy.
Some
that
crazy
was
stuff
also the
going
summer that I rented Carrie.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like the summer.
So you like really dove in.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents were always really cautious about what we watched as kids. Like I wasn't really allowed to watch rated R movies for a long time.
I saw Caddyshack, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah. I don't, different methods of parenting. You know what I mean?
and now I have a kid and I'm like, you are not allowed to watch it.
I mean, I think my parents did that for good reason.
Yeah.
Like, I think they had the best intentions, and I was maybe a little bit scared of like Chucky when I was really young.
Yeah.
So, they're like, of course we're not gonna
Allow you to get even more scared.
Exactly, because there's way worse shit than Chucky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or Child's Play, I should say. So that's interesting. I'm looking forward to whatever they do with that because they are known for making quality stuff.
Yeah, that'll be good to see.
A Gothic series based in Salem's Lot is getting 10 episodes on the channel Epix. Have you heard of Epix?
I don't have Epix. It's a movie channel.
Okay.
But it's not ever with the movie channel packages. It's its own separate package.
Right. It's like...
They have like
what
brand
other
new
channels
movies.
are like that?
Well, like
There's
if you
other
get
ones.
if you have like Charter and you get like the HBO Showtime, like Epix is never included.
Right. It's like the fourth or fifth set of movie channels.
Yeah,
right?
but they always have really good movies on there.
Well, apparently they're getting their own content now. And Adrian Brody is going to star in this show that's like a gothic sort of thing, right?
Is he the one with the large nose?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, he's not the only one with a large nose.
Well,
The
you
person
know exactly.
sitting across from you.
No. His nose is way worse.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
I don't think your nose is bad.
I don't either.
But his is like
it's distinctively.
his is like really skinny, and I think it turns.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's a reason why when you asked if he's the guy with the nose, I said yes. Absolutely.
Well, I always get
he's
him
the guy.
confused with that name with somebody else, so I just want to...
Adrian Brody. I don't know what else he's been in. I'm not particularly a fan of his.
He was doing those like award-winning movies for a while. Like,
Yeah.
all hoity-toity movies.
Yeah, which is probably why I didn't watch them.
Yeah, I bounced.
There are rumors of a Carrie series again.
Oh, a series?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's been kind of bouncing around Hollywood for a while. They've done it and redone it and made sequels and reboots and shit.
Did you see the sequel to the original Carrie that came out?
No.
That had
Is that Rage?
Carrie
yeah.
Rage, yeah, and it had Brad from Home Improvement.
Yeah. That was like around 2000-ish, something
Yeah.
like that, right? Yeah.
That was terrible.
I don't know that I ever saw it, but I do remember
It's terrible.
seeing trailers and stuff. I think when one of the kids from Home Improvement's in it, and it's a horror movie, I'm like, I don't know if I take this seriously.
I think that was like his one and only movie he
Yeah.
did after the show.
Yeah, that was a bad choice by
Oh,
him and his agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any Carrie thing being ever as good as the original.
No.
Right?
I mean, the remake that came out with, what was it, Chloe Grace Moretz or
Yeah.
whatever, that wasn't that bad. But
Yeah.
I mean, why? We didn't need it.
Yeah, no, we don't need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, now, other things that are maybe less known or less renowned, I'm a little more open to the idea of
A remake.
let's see what we can do with it now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But the original Carrie is great. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, there's a lot of things right about it.
Yeah.
You know?
John
Okay.
Travolta, one of them.
John Travolta's great in it. You know, everybody's great in it. Amazon passed on the Dark Tower pilot and series. So they've been talking about doing this Dark Tower thing on Amazon for a while now, where they were going to do the more logical thing, was just starting at the early point in the timeline.
Which is like book 3.
It's like it's Wizard and Glass. So I think that's the 4th book.
Okay.
Maybe 3rd or 4th, one of the two. Yeah, it would make more sense to like introduce the story from the beginning of the timeline instead of like throwing all of the stuff at you. The movie sort of did that, where it's like, we're just gonna give you a whole bunch of shit and expect you to take all of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the last 20 minutes, we're going to have an actual movie.
Yeah. I mean, did you end up watching that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, as a person who hasn't read the series, I was like, it was an all right movie.
Yeah.
As somebody who's read it, I'm sure you were like, that was garbage.
Well, see, I thought it was garbage. Tim really liked it.
And he's read them?
And he's read all of them, or actually I think he did the audiobook for a lot of it. So, you know, I think honestly with all of this stuff, it's a matter of taste.
Yeah.
Like, what are you into maybe just that day? You know, did you like what they did with it that day? You know?
Yeah.
If
he rewatches it again, will he enjoy it?
Yeah. I know that I don't want to rewatch that movie again. I'd like to know what their thought process was about it, though. You know what I mean? Because it seems like it's just a jumbled up bunch of stuff from the books that is not, and then some stuff that is not.
Yeah.
You know? So it just wasn't coherent.
Right. I hate when they just pick and choose from different books.
And as a person without any previous knowledge of it, you just went in with the story they told and you thought it was okay.
It was all right. Yeah. I like Idris Elba, so, you know.
It made it a little hard. I like him, too. It made, I was in for the idea of the movie itself, but cautious, you know.
Because they were wanting to do, like, several of those movies, right?
Yeah, of course. They want to do that with every movie, I think, now. I mean, I can't, you know, of course, you can't say that for every single movie out there.
Right.
But they, more often than not, a movie studio wants a franchise.
Well, especially
you know what I mean?
since there's a lot of books they could choose from. But that's the problem when there's a lot of books. They pick and choose from several books, and then it doesn't make sense in the story.
So if you do the story, if you just take the really important parts of a plot line of one book, you can make a 10 episode or whatever, you know, short run of a season.
Right.
You can make it work, you know, or you can really dive deep and do the book. I don't know if you can necessarily do a book exactly as it is, but or how interesting that would be for a filmmaker. But it's an idea that you could stretch out over the course of 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For one book, even. So I think his material, especially for that stuff, is dense enough that it would work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They just have to do it correctly.
They passed on it, so it's not happening. I don't know where it's going. I'm sure they're shopping it around again, you know, because they've invested a lot of money in it.
And that's a bummer, because Amazon's doing really good shit. Like, their content's really awesome.
They have a lot of fucking money, so they can afford to make cool stuff.
Yes.
Sleeping Beauties series is coming to AMC, who are also known for making really good shows. A comic book is also on the way for that. That's one of the books he did with his kid, and came out a few years ago. Really good story. Liked it a lot. Believe the concept was that all of the Earth's women are somehow becoming cocooned.
Oh, yeah, that's
so
right.
all the men are left.
That's right. I remember that.
And it is not a good situation.
No. Yeah.
As you can imagine. Things do not go well.
No.
So got another cool show coming.
And you said that's AMC?
Yeah, that's AMC. Of course, they made Breaking Bad, Mad Men,
Walking Dead. Which I've bounced out from.
Have you?
Yeah.
Officially? You're done?
Oh, yeah. I quit watching like 3 or 4 seasons ago.
Yeah. I have a tougher time letting go.
The last episode I watched was when the fucking tiger actually was kicking ass and everybody was fighting. That was the last episode I watched. That was when Negan was getting his ass handed to him.
Yeah. Well, that was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't see the exit of Carl. I didn't see the exit of Rick. I didn't see
spoilers. Jeez.
I didn't say how they exited.
Yeah. Well, you'll be happy to know that the crazy Negan is starting to peek his head back out.
Oh, good.
And they're on a break right now, so I don't know what's going to happen. But the comic book's over.
Oh, yeah, that's finally finished?
Yeah, they ended it. So, I think the natural order of things when you're comparing comic books to...
Are they still following the comics fairly well?
It's like off and on.
Yeah.
Walking Dead's always been more of a soap opera-y kind of a show. You know what I mean? And the comic is not really like that.
Right.
Most of the time.
Well, because the comic, you got to be a lot more concise.
Yeah,
you only got so much work you can and dialogue you can throw into boxes.
There's more of a good guy, bad guy dynamic going on almost always on the in the comic books.
Yeah, and
there's a lot more character development in the show because they have more time to do it.
Right.
So. Yeah, Sleeping Beauties is coming to AMC. Hopefully it's really good. The Stand TV show is almost finished.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember who's making that.
That's with Skarsgård, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of other people in it too, obviously, because the cast of the book is like 100 people or maybe more than that.
So do you think they're going to... like they did with the miniseries, oversaturate it with actors we know?
Yeah, I mean, I think from what I've seen, I can't off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you who all is in it.
Right.
But they are named actors. You know what I mean? Like they're all people that have been in other things for the most part. I want to say, because what'll happen is on the Stephen King fan site that I have pulled a lot of this from. They'll have news updates where, like, this person is cast as this person.
Yeah, it trickles in.
Yeah. And, I don't always go and see what they've been in or whatever, but generally speaking, they'll list, like, 1 or 2 things after their name.
The miniseries it was, like, actor after actor of, like...
Yeah.
Not really A actors, but all, like, the solid B actors that you could pull from Hollywood.
Yeah. It was people who were... maybe on that's how it kind of worked back then, is like you were either in movies or TV.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were on TV and you were even doing miniseries on TV, that means that your star was kind of like falling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not really that way anymore.
No.
As you said, Skarsgård is doing TV show. Like actually multiple Skarsgårds are doing TV shows. It's kind of some TV shows are even more popular than movies. You know what I mean? So,
like I mentioned Big Little Lies earlier, you have all these movie stars that are doing this TV show.
Yeah. So I think, to answer your question, I think that is the case. These are going to be people that we know. At the time in whatever it was, 94 or 5 or whenever they made The Stand, most of those people used to be in movies or used to be in big TV shows.
I mean, they had Molly Ringwald.
Yeah. So there you go. And let's see. Well, the last piece of news I have, and we've been going for a while now, so this is going to be an extra big episode, I think. King leaves Facebook and Instagram. I don't know if you saw this.
Yeah.
Just earlier this week, or maybe the end of last week, he cited the potential for misinformation.
Mm-hmm. Well, because he's been getting some trouble too with like comments he said.
So what do you remember exactly what he said?
No, I forget what it was, but
Well, it's from what I read, it seemed like he was leaving because Facebook and Instagram and what they're becoming notorious for is
fake news.
fake news, right? That's the hot word for it or whatever, the hot phrase for it. But it's the inability for the person going through Facebook and Instagram to know what is true and what isn't.
Right.
You know, they're being presented it all as true.
There's this one person that I used to work with. They retired, and she consistently posts things that are not true.
Yeah.
And acts like it's true. And
Yeah.
it's just like infuriating.
And a lot of it's from these like websites that
And it's all political.
yeah, but you don't know, they're not reputable at all. They're just like looking for clicks.
Yeah.
They're trying to become more well known by posting things that are only like vaguely true or
Right.
like there's a small piece of what they're talking about in the article that's true.
It's all
but then
clickbait.
they've made up the rest of it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So that's what I thought he was getting off of it because he's very
Probably.
political on, you know what I mean? He's very outspoken on Twitter, I know.
Right.
I don't know that he's left Twitter as well.
I
'cause
can't
think
see
they're
him leaving
separate.
Twitter. Yeah. Well, because Facebook and Instagram are owned by Facebook. So
Yeah.
it's all the same company.
So I'm just gonna do a quick search for his name on Twitter and see if he's still on there. Because I don't want to present false information on this show. Yeah, he has not left Twitter.
What was his last tweet?
Okay, let's see the last thing. He replied on an article. Let me see what his last tweet that he just wrote about his own comments on something is, I really enjoyed Hannah on Amazon Prime. See, so like he does stuff like that too, where he champions shows. You know what I mean? Not just his own either.
Well, I think he said he really liked The Boys. I think he tweeted about that show. Which that's another show I'm excited to come back out again.
Yeah, I've heard really good things, but I haven't watched
it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You sound like the internet right now.
Do you want my
You haven't watched it?
You want my Prime account?
I believe Lindsay has a Prime account.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to watch it. No excuses then. It's
No,
so
yeah.
good.
It's been on my list.
It's
You know what I mean?
batshit crazy in all the best ways.
Yeah, The Watchmen was like that as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got around to that or
No,
not.
I haven't. That was on HBO, right?
Yes.
Yes, I can watch that anytime.
Let's see.
And they're not doing another season.
No. Well, they talked about it, but it won't be the same producer director of the first.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Don't forget to tip your waitress and come back tomorrow. All new jokes. I went to the zoo and saw a piece of toast in a cage. The sign said "bred in captivity." Okay. Oh, I'm getting what he meant by that last one. All new jokes.
Yeah. Oh, that got me.
According to a very stable genius, Trump considered awarding himself the Medal of Freedom. That's nice. Let's see. Yeah, he's again supporting The Outsider by saying you should watch it after the Super Bowl, that sort of thing. So, yeah, I honestly support his decision to leave. I think, if you feel passionate about something, if you feel like what you're saying is being warped, and I'm not sure if it was what you were saying, where like they were twisting what he was saying, or if it was just the fact that he is
fed up.
Yeah, he's fed up. He's being presented false information, and he's tired of digging just even the tiniest bit further into it, and then realizing this is completely wrong.
Right.
Right. So I support that. You know, not enough celebrities, not enough people in the world actually like take a stand for anything anymore.
Yeah.
They kind of all just go along with what is going to make everybody happy, you know?
Or make them money.
Yeah. And I think, besides having to sometimes, kowtow to the publishers' roles around when he can release stuff,
Yeah.
he's kind of exists outside of any system. You know, the only thing that he has to worry about is what his publisher says.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it, you know? And I think, well, of course, he talks to his editors, too. You know what I mean? He has people that read his stuff and help him craft it a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Fine
But that's
tune it.
what most authors have, somebody like that. You know what I mean? So, I like his decision to do that. Who knows if it's going to stick or not,
Yeah.
you know? But that does it for our lightning round of news that lasted a really long time.
That was a long lightning storm.
It was only about 35 minutes. Okay, so do we want to break before we talk? Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to break.
You won't know it.
You won't know it. That's right, Debbie. Okay, we're back. So, two things. We forgot to mention The Mandalorian. That's more my fault because you haven't watched it yet, which,
No.
blasphemy, by the way.
I'm saving it.
Do not save it. Please watch it as soon as possible because I would love to talk to you about it.
Okay, fine.
Maybe we don't even have to talk about it on mic even. I just want to talk about it. Our cat baby Yodas have both shown up for attention.
They came back.
Second thing.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, this is going to be late, but happy birthday to our number one fan, Nicole.
Happy birthday.
We hope you're enjoying your day filled with probably Metallica and maybe some Stephen King. Who knows? But, yeah. So this is late, but happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Have a day that was happy.
And I called you by your actual name, Nicole, not Jicole.
Jicole.
We appreciate your listenership and all that fun stuff. Let's talk about The Outsider, Debbie.
Okay.
So your original plan was to not watch the show
Right.
until it was fully out in the world, then binge it
Yes.
and love it
Yes.
that way.
Right.
However,
All in at one time.
I sprung the idea of doing an episode with you. We had actually discussed previously, are we going to cover that show?
Yeah.
Because it's probably going to end up being good.
Right.
So we're
So-
here to talk about the first half of the season.
So I binged all 5 episodes.
Yeah. And based on conversation off mic, it sounds like you liked it.
Oh, I'm in.
Okay, good. Because I also liked it.
I'm all in.
And that's it for this episode.
All right. See ya.
No, we're not going to get into as insane of detail as we do for
I have
Castle Rock.
0 notes.
Yeah, I brought notes, so we're just going to kind of go through what I wrote down and see where it leads us, right?
I wouldn't have been able to binge it as quickly had I been writing notes.
Right. Yeah, you have to stop it every scene or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what we end up doing with Castle Rock, is it takes us 3 times as long to watch the
Right.
show. And
I'm
it's
like,
the
wait, what
day
did he
before
say?
we're going to podcast, so it's even more intense. I'm
Yeah.
like, got to make sure I get everything in. So, spoilers from here on out for the first 5 episodes. If you have not read the book, or if you have not watched the show and you want to before listening to this, stop right now.
Yeah.
Stop what you're doing.
Hope
Go
you
watch
enjoyed
them.
everything before we said.
Yeah. Because they're very early on in this show, there's some major spoiler shit.
Yeah, and what's really hard is trying to describe the show to someone
Yeah.
without giving anything away. I
Yeah.
think last night I was describing it as this guy.
Yeah, so the opening concept, at least what I wrote down. Jason Bateman plays Terry Maitland,
which is this guy.
Yeah, he's a sort of known in his community as an all-around good guy.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
He's the coach of a baseball team.
Yeah, he's a good guy, good with kids.
Ben Mendelsohn plays the detective who is his kind of he comes across as the antagonist of the show.
Yeah.
Opening up, but he plays Detective Ralph Anderson. First comment on that guy is love his voice so much. Ben Mendelsohn's voice is like perfect for this character.
Well, he's in like Star Wars and right?
Yeah, he's been in a few things.
A lot of things.
Was he in which Star Wars was
it? Rogue One.
Rogue One, that's it.
Yeah.
He was great in that, by the way.
After watching The Outsider, I didn't really know he had a lisp, which he kind of does.
Yeah, he does.
It's a lot more prevalent in this show than I think I've ever seen it or heard it.
But basically the concept is that Terry Maitland is seen on camera involved in a crime, which is murdering a child, right?
And sodomizing.
Yeah, and brutally murdering him after that. You know what I mean? It's very, very intense. They show everything but. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So there's video of him covered in blood.
Yeah.
There's witnesses.
Yeah, and it's very clear that yes, it is him.
Yeah, his
right?
DNA and
his
fingerprints
DNA is everywhere,
over everything.
So we're left with this mystery of, okay, if he's seen with blood all over him, his DNA is all over the crime scene and all this stuff. So it's clear that it's him in any other case, right? But he's also seen at a teacher's conference.
Yeah, he has an alibi.
Right. And he's on video there, too.
Right.
So...
with witnesses and...
Right. Yeah. And I believe his DNA is on a book there as well.
Yes.
In a shop.
In a shop, yeah.
So... you're as even watching it and after knowing the story, it's still interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That whole concept is a really intriguing thing.
Well, yeah, because here you are with only these certain memories of going to a conference and being there and not murdering someone. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden you're being told you did this and we have proof.
Right.
Like, how do you...
And immediately you have to start, like, in a normal murder case where somebody has an alibi somewhere else, it couldn't be them.
Right.
You know what I mean? As long as they don't have a secret twin. That's the thing is like secret twin is a big theory in the show.
But see, even if you have a secret twin, you're not going to have the same complete DNA and fingerprints.
Right.
You're going to have similar DNA maybe,
So this whole I know you have theories. I of course know what is going on. Yeah. So I'm interested to hear what you think, but as we go along, give me your thoughts as far as like theory wise, how it evolves throughout, because obviously we get more pieces as we go through the episodes, right? As I said earlier, from the top, it's shot very well.
Yeah.
I love the casting. They are doing things a little bit differently, even from the get-go.
How so?
They're taking a little bit shorter of time for things to happen early on.
Which they do a lot. They gotta shorten it down for time.
Yeah. I think that is purely what it is. It's just for time. I think they spend a little more time with Terry, both before the baseball game and before the court, not the court, but the leading into the what happens in the courtroom steps or whatever outside the front of there. I think there's a significant chunk early on that is with Terry. You know what I mean? And then it switches for what will become obvious reasons.
Yeah. Which, so I noticed it for most of them, but I didn't see it on all of them. Is Jason Bateman the director for all the episodes?
No. Just the first two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I think there's going to be 10, and
Okay,
I
that
think
was a
I'm
question
pretty
I
sure
had.
each director took a couple.
Okay.
I'm not 100% on that though, because I don't believe they released all the information about every episode.
Okay. So there are 10 episodes. Though.
I believe so.
Okay.
Like that's what I've seen online. So I don't know that for certain though.
Okay.
So don't quote me, people out there. So it's been a minute. It's been about a month since I watched the first episode. But unless you have anything from the first one that you want to mention, we can move on to episode 2.
No. Because they're all kind of blurred together.
Yeah, I did really like the first episode, though. I remember really liking the opening.
Yeah, I mean, it captivated me from the very beginning.
And I think Bateman's a great choice for Terry as well.
Yeah.
Episode 2, Terry is shot down by the older brother of the murdered child.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that we see. We see that the boy that was murdered, his family, we see that the mom has like a heart attack and dies almost immediately after.
Right.
And then this episode, we have the son that is left.
The son and the dad.
The son and the dad are the only two left.
Yeah.
And the son
is going crazy.
Yeah.
And the dad attempts suicide as well.
Right.
We get a little bit more backstory of other cases later as another character that's yet to be introduced.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy circumstances that happen around similar cases, right?
Yeah.
So
it's not like just one person dies. It eventually becomes the whole family.
Yeah. So it just the levels of how interesting what is happening.
Yeah.
Things keep stacking up even more as we go along, right?
Just goes to show the fucked up mind of Stephen King.
Yeah, exactly. but Terry's last words as he's shot down by this kid are that I did not do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So were you surprised that early on Jason Bateman gets killed?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was flabbergasted. I was like, wait, he's actually dead? Like, I thought he was just, they're going to have to postpone trial and whatever, and then he's just dead. And I'm like,
yeah, and what's crazy is that they find it pretty cut and dried. Well, he got killed, so no more case. So they're not even chasing down any further leads, it doesn't feel like. You know what I mean?
No, because the whole family that would be wanting to prosecute is now pretty much dead.
Right.
And the person who they think did it is dead. So,
right.
I mean, how do you continue that case?
And what ends up happening is Detective Anderson takes it upon himself to be like, something needs to be done.
Well, yeah, because now he feels bad.
Right. And he's the one... also Terry's wife doesn't take it easy on him.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
sorry.
Ralph goes to her, wanting to talk to her more about the case, and she pretty much shuts him down early on.
Yeah, there was a whole apology train that needed to happen before she was gonna help.
So yeah, I was even surprised that early on. Like I knew it was coming, but I expected some more things to happen before we got there.
Right. So when you saw them walking him up to the courthouse, you were like, "Oh, we're here already." Is that what you were thinking before he got shot?
I think the shot is what reminded me that is what happens in the book. Like, I knew because I had read it a couple years earlier, but like we were talking about earlier, it's like it becomes a thing where it's in the back of your head.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you're like, oh, yeah.
And then whenever the switch happens, it's like, well, of course, yeah. So, I had some... I think the expectancy of... I think that's cool about casting him as that character is like...
Yeah.
People expect a lot out of him on the show because he is Jason Bateman.
Well, and that was my question going into it. I'm like, well, he's doing Ozarks. Like, how does he have time to do these two TV shows? Oh, okay, now I see.
Yeah. Well, he directed a couple.
Yeah.
I think, like, what's cool about being the director of the first couple episodes of a series is like you sort of set the tone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And we
then
have
after
seen
that,
him.
they live. You kind of build on that,
Right.
You know,
Because we have seen him in some flashbacks.
right.
Which I assume he probably shot during that time that he was there.
Right, yeah, they don't. They definitely don't shoot in order of
Not a
episodes.
linear fashion.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Okay, so because Bateman is now off of the show, or at least his place in the moving forward timeline of the show is not there, that opens up possibilities for way more characters.
Yeah.
Characters we've already seen having a bigger role, which is exactly what happens. That's kind of the cool thing about this book, the way the novel works out too, is like you think Anderson is the antagonist,
Yeah.
and that he's the person you shouldn't be rooting for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
of what he did to Terry.
yeah, we know. Well, he didn't necessarily do.
He orchestrated
arrested
it. He orchestrated it.
He opened up the possibility for this terrible thing to happen.
Yeah. He made it public because he wanted to shame him.
Yeah.
And then he saw what happened because of
Right.
that, and then he felt remorse.
But and also you get why he does that though. As this show has been progressing, you get where he's coming from because his child was taken away from him
Right.
in a very similar manner. It's like, you know,
that scene with
the heartbreak is there for him too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
that scene where they're in jail and he's talking to him, and he said, Jason's like, remember when you asked if I touched your kid?
Right.
And he goes through that whole thing of, what he did for him, and he's like, so I hope I touched him. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, all the feels.
Right. Yeah, and that pretty much shuts down Anderson's line of
Yeah.
questioning.
Right. Like, how do you can't go anywhere with that.
It's crazy because the doors just keep closing in Ralph's face, in Anderson's face. It's like he's so sure of his inklings of where this case is going, and in any other case of murder, he would be right to go down those paths, right?
Right. Well, this is not an ordinary case.
Right, exactly. It's complete fucking wackadoo is what it is. So, we also have the something hunting the Maitland kid as well, right? She thinks she's seeing some kind of man in the house.
In her dreams, yeah.
And like that mom needs more stress.
Right.
So moving on to episode 3.
It's got to be very unnerving to consistently wake up and just see your child staring off at the end of the bed, and you're like,
crazy.
Hello?
There's a lot of through lines in this novel as well, as like you have the thing with the kid, you don't know what's happening there. You have the stuff with Terry, you don't know what's happening there.
Yeah.
It's just there's a lot of craziness, and you're like, how the fuck is any of this going to get wrapped up and make any sense?
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of where we're at in the show. Even up to episode 5, we're still like, what is happening?
I was so frustrated with how that ended.
Well, I'm glad I got you to watch the show early. Okay, so episode 3, Jack Hoskins is this other detective character, or is he a detective?
Yeah, he's a detective. We didn't see him initially.
He's sort of lower level than Ralph is, I think.
Yeah, we didn't see him initially because he was supposed to be on vacation.
Right.
And then
he's like hunting.
Yeah, and then he got pulled back in.
He gets caressed by something in the barn.
Yeah. I wouldn't really say caressed. It sounded painful.
Well, they call it. I think later on when she's digging into stuff, she calls it caressing or something like that. That's
I thought they were like scratching.
Yeah, so it's.
But his was very painful.
Oh yeah, it's brutal. I mean,
I didn't like all the cracking noises that were happening.
I didn't either. I actually think they did a fucking fantastic job on the makeup of that.
Oh yeah,
because it looks
gnarly.
Disgusting. It looks gnarly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cynthia Erivo as Holly Gibney. I can't remember what else she's been in, but she's a pretty well-known actress at this point.
She reminds me of a female Sheldon from Big Bang.
Yeah, so
especially when she's like, "You're in my seat."
She's possibly autistic. certainly precise and has very special skills, right?
Yeah.
That Holly Gibney character is in the Mr. Mercedes books.
Oh, okay.
And they bring her over. She is brought over into this story. I can't remember if she was brought in like before he wrapped up that story. Like if he released The Outsider and then the third Mercedes book. But when she shows up in the book, it's actually a little bit later.
Then what they do in the show.
So it's the way they're doing this is also they're playing this out a little bit differently.
Gotcha.
But I really like that character. I think she brings a little bit of humor in the way she interacts with people. You know what I mean?
The awkwardness.
Yeah. So, there's clothes in the barn. They turn out to be Terry's that he was wearing in the strip club, right?
Right.
The bloody clothes.
The clothes
or
that they
whatever.
couldn't find.
But there's, it's just more odd evidence though, because when they look at it, the DNA is literally like breaking apart like an old person's DNA.
Yeah.
So they don't know what the fuck is happening with that either.
Right, because they have DNA of Terry that's like 90 years old.
Yeah, it's still nothing is adding up, right? Yeah. So we go back to the kid seeing the man in her room, and she tells Ralph when he comes to the house to talk to the mom that Ralph needs to stop investigating or something bad is going to happen, right?
Right.
And he just chalks it up to kids
having a nightmare.
Weird shit, right?
Yeah.
Any new theories based on this?
No,
At this point? Or are you just sort of rolling with it?
Yeah, I was rolling with it. I was like, all right, so there's some kind of demon thing happening.
Yeah, this is sort of the tipping point as well, as where Gibney is starting to find... she's right at the precipice of finding out there's other similar cases, right? And it's like, okay, well, they tease that for later episodes. Let's see. I'm not sure if the Holly character meets Andy in this episode, or if that's in the third episode or not, but
I don't remember.
There's a weird dynamic between those two characters as well.
Yeah. Where
they have a sort of meet cute thing going on. He's intrigued by her, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's so convenient that she's just meeting like former detectives,
right?
And like,
I don't know. I'm not sure if that's in the novel. I'm not sure if he's in there or not. I don't remember that character, but maybe. So yeah, Holly's chasing more leads. Hoskin is being talked to by something. We can only assume it has to do with what he was talking with in the barn, right?
Yeah.
But we're not quite sure what is going on with that. It's just weird.
It's weird.
Yeah. Nothing much to add there.
At this point, I've chalked it up. There's a demon.
Yeah, I mean,
they're being possessed. I'm like, oh, good. More body snatcher type
Wish
people.
I could elaborate. But, of course, I can't. Hoskins dumps junk in the woods?
Okay, so not junk. He went out and shopped.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And bought brand new items and then just plopped them out in the woods.
But when he drops them off, there's other junk there, I guess is what I meant.
Deteriorating. But he's like buying brand new lamps and bedding
and then I think maybe next episode he comes back. He's like, "Well, you didn't like the thing I brought for you."
He smashed the lamp.
Yeah. So we got some weird shit happening. There, he leaves a dead deer there as well.
Yeah.
Which is like, all right, sure.
Just leaving some food for somebody.
Well, he comes back. Yeah, he comes back and it's like eaten and torn apart.
Also,
like the kid was, by the way.
Yes. Also, I want to know, does this whoever in the woods, do they have like hardcore extension cords? Like, how are they plugging all of this shit in that he just dumps off into the woods?
Gonna go ahead and plead the fifth on that one, because yeah.
So
if it was another,
there are extension cords.
If this was Castle Rock, I would be like, yeah, let's talk about it. It's not though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Detective Anderson focuses on Terry being cut. He chases leads on others who may have been cut, like the guy in the strip club.
Yep. The owner.
Right. So he goes back and revisits him and talks to him more, right?
Mm.
As Holly is chasing these leads, we see the spreading of evil and tragedy around these similar cases. You know, the van that was used was in this other city, and it got dropped off by this other kid.
Yeah.
If you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. The kid who left the van saw a hooded, disfigured man. Who is this man? That is what we're wondering.
Demon.
Is it connected to the demon?
It is
as
the
we're
demon.
calling it right now. I mean, it can only be right in some way.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is happening?
I don't know.
Let's see.
He's wearing an Edgar suit is what's happening. It's Men in Black reference.
Yeah, it is. I wish that actor was on this show.
Oh my god, I love him.
He's great. He really disappeared into that character, by the way, the Edgar character.
Mm-hmm.
He is literally like a bug. Okay, so this hooded character was also in the mob when Terry was shot.
Yeah.
So,
saw that.
Yeah, saw that in this show. Andy was there when Frankie Peterson's dad attempts his hanging.
Yep. Saw that.
So, come on, show. Tell us what's happening.
It's a demon.
It's a demon. Do you have any other theories besides it's a demon?
Well,
Like, it has a weird face. So what's up with the weird face?
I feel like he's got to eat people and then he looks better.
But what about the dead deer? Why is he eating dead deer as well?
He needs substance in between.
So he just likes to eat things?
He needs meat.
What about lamps?
I mean, you got me there. He didn't like that one.
You got me there, Chris.
He didn't like the one. Maybe he likes blue lamps. I don't know. It was
Let's
a
move
white
to
one.
episode 5. Because we don't know.
I don't know.
Let's be clear. You don't know. The cat also doesn't know. He looks like he's very upset about it as well.
I like how he's laying on the one soft thing on the table.
Venom, you're incorrigible. Episode 5, Detective Anderson gets shit for working instead of working on this case in specific instead of, not doing that like he's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
He basically gets made fun of for the quote-unquote facts that Holly Gibney is bringing him about these other cases that are kind of similar.
Right. Well, because nobody wants to think outside the realm of normal.
Right, and they're like, who even is this person? Why should we care about what she says? She isn't even here. She hasn't been here once.
Yeah.
And you're taking everything she says as the gospel?
Right. Which is kind of funny because they're the ones who brought her in and now they're questioning her and the detective's the only one that's kind of believing her.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, nothing is necessarily concrete that he's bringing them yet.
Yeah.
So, and he brings it up to her. He's like, you better bring me something that's, like, gonna be worth the shit.
She's like, nope, click.
Yeah, exactly, which I like that. She's like, she's all business, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like that about her. So the hooded guy threatens Jean, which is Ralph's wife.
Yeah.
She's in a trance
Steps on glass.
and doesn't matter to her, apparently. Until she wakes up, she's like, ow, my feet hurt.
It's infected.
Gibney investigates multiple deaths. Oh, yeah, in the last episode, she also talks
She
to
draws.
that girl in the prison
Yeah.
who is one of the suspected killers, right?
Yeah. She investigates and finds out that she was convicted of the same type of thing, but she was also somewhere else, and her family was also murdered.
The other kid who was suspected of being a child murderer is in prison and kills himself before another prisoner is about to kill him.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Yeah, so that was intense. That was earlier.
Yeah.
We didn't mention that. So Holly tells Anderson to look around Terry's grave. Unmarked grave, by the way, because people keep fucking destroying the marker.
Mm-hmm.
Look for derelict buildings, because apparently around all of the crime scenes, there has been derelict buildings. And
what do you know?
Yeah, what do you know? Just across the way, the barn, the previously mentioned barn. We get more Holly and Andy stuff.
And remember, Jean draws a picture of the hooded figure that she saw in her dream, which I feel like it should have clicked in his brain, and that's the same kind of drawing that the kid drew for him.
Right.
Like, why are you not seeing these connections?
I don't know. But he doesn't know what to make of it at the same time because they both just saw it in dreams. So you know, the connection has not been made yet. Keyword maybe yet. Yeah. So we get more Holly and Andy stuff at a hotel, and he digs something out of the trash, I think, or is it like
she left a sheet of paper there?
Yeah, and he starts looking up stuff.
Yeah. So now my question is, can we trust him, or is he trying to do something devious against her, like get the glory for himself? Like, I'm not understanding why he started to do his own research.
I'm not either. It seems like he likes her a lot, though.
Yeah.
So I don't think he would try to like undercut her. Okay. He's only shown a good side of himself. So
I know.
So like,
I don't trust him though.
Yeah. Well, we don't. Yeah, we don't really know. So, let's see. Hoskins is fucking all over the place in this episode. He is not a good. He's not in a good place.
No, but at least he had the wherewithal to say, "No, I will not hold your baby" to his coworker.
Yeah, that's true. But he can't like keep anything straight. You know, he's trying to play it like he's okay,
right?
And he's clearly not.
No, and then he goes to detective and tries to make it seem like he wants to help.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's not going to end well.
Right, exactly. Whatever he is getting involved in is probably bad.
Yeah, because he's going to be a double agent.
So I guess we should have mentioned at the top of this episode, it opens up cold open with like somebody's murdered in a parking lot, and we don't know what that is.
Oh, on episode 5?
Yeah. We don't really know. We don't understand what that is or what is happening.
Yeah.
And it ends up being the bookend sort of this whole episode is like we find out what led to that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a guy at the graveyard where Holly is.
Yeah.
In whatever town she's in. And he is talking to this gravestone, right? And it turns out it was
Heath's.
Yeah, it was Heath's. And I guess he's a friend of one of the innocent killers, right?
I assumed it was his brother.
Or maybe it's his family member.
Yeah.
This guy,
because he was the only one left of the family.
Right, that's right. So, see, I'm glad you're here. Because that would have got past me. He takes a guy at gunpoint, I guess he's a random guy.
Yeah, it was just
in a parking lot, causing Holly to get stuck in traffic, and that's where we see kind of at the same time Andy is stealing her notes.
Yeah. And her car dies. And it turns out that guy who the brother or whatever family member had the neck stuff going on. Yep.
So
Andy had no bullets in the gun, so he wasn't planning on killing anyone. He
no.
wanted to die by murder by suicide from the police.
I think that we can make the connection at this point that it is related to whatever is because there's the neck issues and there's also the voices. I think that kid was also hearing some kind of voices and it was telling him to go and do this.
Yeah.
Now, also, Holly is involved in the situation. She is stuck in traffic because that is happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like that's a pretty easy connection to make.
Yeah. I don't think the voices were telling him to kill or to have himself be killed. I think that was like his last thing he could do for himself.
Well, yeah.
Because he didn't want to do the bidding anymore of the voices.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I took it.
Yeah. And I think my interpretation of why this is happening is to slow Holly down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that situation happened because
She
the
was
voice
trying to
is
leave.
yeah, she's trying to leave, and the whatever's controlling that kid knows that and is involved in the situation that's happening at home
Oh yeah. Okay, I could see that.
with Terry and them. So I don't know. I'm it's been a while since I read the book too, so that is literally just like a theory that I have.
Yeah.
So yeah, so as we kind of are alluding to, the kid gets killed by the police. The guy who takes the guy hostage gets killed by the police, and the gun has nothing in it. The police kind of mock him, and that's not cool. We end on Anderson seeing a vision or a dream of his son telling him to move on.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's also whatever this is.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
know,
I
like,
don't know
is
if
it
that's
taking
like
a form
the
of
good.
something? Yeah.
I don't know if that's like the one good, like his son's coming because there is bad things happening.
Or is the bad, whatever this
Right.
thing is, taking the form of his
Pretending.
son to get him to stay away? You know? I don't know. It's kind of crazy. This show is... I really like that there's still so much hanging up in the air. Like,
Yeah.
It's like multiple levels of things.
So much shit. Which is why I was so mad when it ended.
Yeah. Well, now you can either wait 5 more, then watch those 5.
I can't wait any longer.
You can't wait.
No.
You've already opened up the
I'm
bottle.
going to have to watch it week by week now.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Damn it, I'm going to have to get joy out of something.
Every week?
It's just like, man, we were talking about Mandalorian on the break. It's like, I want her to watch it so that she can have more joy in her life, but she wants to delay that joy
savor it.
so that she gets more in one thing. But then what happens when you don't watch the second season either?
I'm gonna
then
watch
you
it.
got to wait 2 years.
No, I'm going to watch the second season.
See the game you're playing, though?
I know.
What happens if circumstances don't allow you to watch any TV around that time?
No.
I know that's a very weird thing. What would keep you from, it's kind of like now. What's keeping you from watching it?
Nothing. My own brain.
Your own weird neuroses. So, right now I'm going to ask you for your most concrete theories on what these things are. Debbie, what is the next stuff?
Oh, the next stuff?
Yeah.
I think that's just some kind of disease that they put in you to make you do what they want.
That they put in you?
I don't know. The demon dude.
The demon dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's his way to make you do your bidding. His bidding.
I can't wait till we reconvene.
I know. I'm so
It's gonna be
wrong, aren't
awesome.
I?
I don't know. I mean, I can't say either way.
Yeah.
I've never read this.
Nope.
Who is the hooded guy?
Oh, it's a devil dude.
It's a devil.
Devil dude.
It's a devil or
It's-
the devil?
It's I don't know.
He's the New Jersey devil?
It's
He's that hockey mascot.
It's what's his face from The Stand? What's his name?
Randall Flagg?
It's Randall Flagg.
That's a good theory, actually. That's the closest theory that I've heard yet. The best one, anyway. Venom, anything? Here, let's wake him up.
No.
Listeners, you don't know what I'm doing right now. It's
Fanning
not,
across the table.
yeah, I'm fanning him with my notes, and it's not working, by the way. He didn't even
Didn't
like
open his
flinch.
eyes.
Okay, so that's it for this episode. We got nothing else for you. Sorry.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
No. So, if you like the show, share it on your favorite thing to share things on.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what you think about The Outsider on the Facebook group.
Also, it's very confusing saying The Outsider because everybody's like, oh, The Outsiders? And I'm like, no. The Outsider.
Oh yeah,
Not The Outsiders.
Not the movie
Yeah.
with Pony Boy and a bunch of child actors that went on to become mega stars.
Johnny Depp is in there, I
Tom
think.
Hanks is in there.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer's in there.
Not that Outsiders.
Who else is in there? Ralph Macchio's in there. I think. the guy who wore the. So there's a guy. We're just gonna. Why not end with a tangent? Tell me if you can figure out who this guy is by what I'm talking about.
Right.
He wore a generic NFL hat to a...
Oh, the Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe. The Rob Lowe is also in The Outsiders.
Yeah.
None of those people are in this show.
No.
Which, who knows why we went on such a long tangent. But,
It's confusing.
let's just say it's confusing. Not like this show, though. This show's not confusing.
Nope, not at all. It's very, very easy to understand.
Leave us a review on iTunes or wherever you leave review for things. Yelp. Google Maps.
I'd like your Google review.
Yeah. We love to hear from you so that we can talk about stuff that you bring up as well. We like this to be an interactive show. More often than not, it is not an interactive show at all.
It's interactive with the cats.
And between you and I.
Oh, he turned. Look at that.
Yeah, he's done with whatever we have happening. So, we are also done for this episode. We have promised a Dr. Sleep episode. I think we're going to do that fairly soon.
Mm-hmm.
Questioning. We're leaving.
Is it out now?
It is out now.
Okay, I can buy it. All
I'm
right.
pretty sure. So we're gonna buy that. We're
boner
gonna
jams
watch
on.
that. Yeah, we're gonna watch some bonus features. In other words, instead of boner jams, we're gonna watch the bonus features. We're gonna talk about those too. So buy that movie, watch it, and then when we talk about it, listen to that.
Yep.
Also, we'll probably reconvene to talk about the rest of the season of The Outsider. It would,
Yes.
it would feel like an unfinished loop, and I can't.
Yeah,
live
we
with
can't do that. No, yeah, we'll do a ender one.
My neuroses will not allow for us to not finish that.
Unfinished business.
Yeah, exactly. So, we hope you liked this episode, and until next time, bye bye.
And bye.